Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your August 2019 reading. Let's bless and consecrate this space. I've done my meditation. I've done my clearing of my decks and my space. Thank you, Scorpios, so much for all the love and support, for all that you do to support me, for being so patient. I know I have not gotten your summer love reading done just yet. It will be coming to you very soon. I'm just trying to get through all the August readings. So, I hope you guys were able to survive Mercury retrograde okay. Let's get started. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for the general reading, as always with this one, the Angel Answers deck. And then I will move on to Love Life reading for singles and couples with the Romance Angels Oracle deck. Okay, so let's get started. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. General reading. Sun, Moon, Rising signs. Scorpio, please. What is the most important message Scorpio needs to hear for August 2019? As always, remember that this is a general reading and not all messages will resonate with everyone. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Never force a message to apply. It could be for another Scorpio or their cross watcher. Choose a new direction, whatever path you were trying to go on. Perhaps some of you veered off your divine path. Some of you had plans for a new beginning. Some of you had plans in general that, you're halfway through those plans and so you think, but your angels are saying to choose a new direction. It is not for your highest good. It doesn't mean you won't have the same outcome or the same end result. It just means that the road you're going on is not the right one for you. Whether that's a job opportunity, a creative new endeavor, a relationship, a new home, an investment. If you're keeping tabs on someone, your angels are onto you and they're like, choose a new direction. You're going to become very obsessive, spying, stalking on them. Yeah, see, Wheel of Fortune, that is your Wheel of Destiny. So whatever path you think you're going on, keeping an eye on someone, stalking them, holding on to a lot of resentment. I also get a sense of wanting to take revenge or wanting to dish out your own karma is what it seems. But remember, that Wheel of Fortune, that Wheel of Destiny, the karmic wheel, it sees all, honey. Let me tell you, if you try to dish out your own karma, if you want someone else to pay for something, you need to allow the universe, you need to allow karma to do it themselves. Work on yourself. Find the strength to work through these types of energies, these types of feelings that you may be having. Because what ends up happening is you've got this emotional discontentment. You're not happy with the way things played out, with the way things panned out. You were on this idea or this direction, this track, this path that there was something, whatever it may be, that was supposed to play out a certain way. Whether it was a relationship, an engagement, you thought this relationship was going to be long-term, it ended up not. Same thing with a business situation, with a job. If you were promised some sort of monetary compensation and you're sitting pretty on your throne, you've already spent some of that money you're still waiting on receiving, and then it turns out you're not getting it after all. It's that kind of stuff, It's time to choose a new direction. I know you want to get back at someone for, whatever it was that they did for. I feel as though you're holding them in this space of, it's because of them I am where I am. No, honey. If you hold on to that type of energy, then yes, it's going to be on you for holding yourself back, because it was your way of reacting to what they did. Now, you could choose to react in this way. However, that karmic wheel is going to spin out of control and you'll have to do double the work. Now, some of you might be like, it's all right, it's worth it, I'm getting back at them, because, no offense to some of you Scorpios, but I know how you work. And so the goal here is to choose a new direction, to be strong enough to put your energy, your work, your efforts into something that is going to ultimately pay out in your favor without having to step out of integrity. Wow, look at that. Especially if this has to do with a relationship, an engagement. You thought you two were meant for each other. This was like your ideal partnership. This is who brought you down from the clouds. If you were unstable at one point, if you were feeling inconsistent, like you couldn't, hold steady, this was the person that was like, all right, come back down here. Let's get this shit together. And no matter how much you fought through and through, some people just get tired of being pushed away, and so they walk away. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn, a Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Leo energies here, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Too many cards, but I'm going to show them to you. You're trying to recover from a breakup, a divorce, a separation, heartache, majorly heartache. Some of you may be in some, pretty deep depression, and that's not the way to go. It isn't for your highest good. Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups. You have two knights here, but you also have a king and a queen. Wow, you have the page, the Knight of Page and the Knight of Swords. So I feel like there's some sort of fumbling here with wanting to come back into the picture very quickly and swiftly, and then you maybe miss a step, and you're like, when you get to that point of confrontation, you're almost not sure if you're supposed to fight them and argue with them, or if you're supposed to make up with them and offer them another opportunity and please forgive me, let's do this again, or I forgive you, can we work on this again? But it's like these really strange bipolar energies of being stuck in your head. And so you know, the more you're stuck in your head thinking about it, sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that, Scorpio. I had a little bit of an interruption. So I know I was talking about the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups energy here. I felt as though some of you are conflicted. One moment you're just wanting to be super mad at them, vengeful, want to get back at them, make them pay for how they made you feel, what they did. But there's still a part of you, sweet Scorpio, there's still a part of you that has love for them, that wants to make it work, that doesn't want to lose that connection, that relationship. And so what happens next? You're not quite sure where to go from here, but the angels are saying it's time to choose a new direction. So what happens if you carry out your own karmic revenge on these people, or whoever it may be? What happens to Scorpio if they choose? What happens to Scorpio if they choose to hand over their own karmic revenge? Wow. You won't be happy. You absolutely won't be happy with the result, the outcome. I feel that you think you're going to do what's right for you. You're going to do what's fair and just by stopping them from starting over again. If they left you to be with someone else, you will want to sabotage their new beginnings, their opportunity for growth. But I also feel that this stunts your growth as well, Scorpio. So when you want to dish out your own karmic revenge, or, whatever you want to call it, you want to hold them back. Understand that you hold yourself back. You're not allowing yourself to grow from the situation. You're not allowing yourself, your own path, because you're clinging on to whatever was the original idea you had in mind that didn't work out, that people decided to do things otherwise, and maybe they didn't include you this time. Maybe they left you. Maybe they decided to end a relationship or a business partnership and go a different route. Maybe they decided to just pick up and move and didn't include you. Maybe they decided to go back to an ex and you were hoping they would have chosen you, and you were trying to fight back to keep them. So just know that if this isn't for your highest good, seeking revenge or trying to hurt them, see, you might want their world to fall apart, but you'll be the one falling apart on the inside, because you do have love for them. You do care about them. No matter how upsetting the whole situation may have been, I feel like you love them so much and you care about them so much, or the situation. This is something that was very important to you, which is why it's hurting you so deeply that you want to instill your own justice in this situation. But you've got that devil and angel on each shoulder, and your angel is saying, Scorpio, you're better than this. You're better than this. But I've got some Scorpios here who have no qualms over, handing over their own type of karmic payment. But I feel that this time around, you're going to experience some major heartache and turmoil for hurting someone else if you choose to take on your own karmic debt, payment, revenge, whatever you want to call it. If you really love this person and care about this person or a specific situation, that you were really dead set on a specific outcome and it didn't work out, it didn't pan out, it ended before it could have gone anywhere, it ended maybe in a horrible way, it ended unexpectedly for some of you. This is going to be an impulsive thing if you do decide to pull the trigger on that, but you have come a long way already. And so I don't think you realize how much growth and expansion you've had with your empathetic nature that you've been hiding for so long, that it will absolutely destroy you in the process. And you'll think back to, why did I go back to old ways? Why did I do that? So what happens if they don't? If they just drop it and they continue working on themselves and they continue being strong and doing what's best for them, choosing growth, choosing positivity, choosing to better themselves? What happens if Scorpio decides to go that route? Will this partner come back? Do they have a new partner that comes in? What is the outcome if they choose to continue to grow, heal, and build upon their own strength, their own integrity, their own character? Some of you aren't going to do that because the cards are not coming out. Some of you don't believe when I say you're really going to hurt more than they will when you do that. Wish fulfillment. Oh my God. Wish fulfillment, Scorpio. You get everything you could have ever wanted or better, and then some. So you had a specific partner you wanted. They may come back, or you get someone better. That job opportunity, that home, that contract. Maybe you were hoping to start a new business and you were expecting to get funded or financed with a loan. Maybe it was a personal loan, a friend, somebody to help you out. And then it turns out you have a better shot going, the legit route, through a bank, through, people that finance like Kickstarter companies or whatever you call it, right? It's wish fulfillment. It's finding your happily ever after within yourself because you're healed. You feel whole. You feel better. You can move on. You're on towards your destined path, your destiny. You get empowered and feel stronger every step of the way. If this is in a relationship, you either meet someone new or this person comes back to you. And then you say, God, thank goodness I didn't do this bullshit. They would have never taken me back had I done that. I had no idea I had a chance of getting back with them. And now I felt one flip over here. Yes, no, maybe? Okay. I thought I did. There it is. No? Okay. I guess that was wrong. Okay. This will be a well-balanced relationship of equal give and take, meeting of the minds, a very passionate new beginning. This is really the outcome that you have been wanting. That had you not been in your little hissy fit over here, throwing a fit, throwing a tantrum, don't get mad at me, Scorpio, but you know how you can get sometimes. You really want to get back at them for hurting you, but you have no idea what awaits you. If you stay within your own integrity, if you stay in your truth, if you honor yourself, if you love yourself, if you continue building on everything that you've already built for yourself and continue to expand. Wow. Holy shit. Oh my God. This cannot get any more positive. If you choose the positive route, obviously, I mean, we know what will happen here if you choose revenge. One more card if they choose revenge. Wow, you get a bitch. Either you're the bitch, they're the bitch. This is bitter Betty. This is cut a bitch queen. This is, bitch, you want to fight? Bring it. You have no idea what I'm capable of. You bring that side out of them or they bring it out of you. And it is some major, major fighting. Explosive. It goes overboard. And you're just like, oh fuck, what did I start? This went way worse than I expected. I didn't expect it to be this bad. Then there's this tug of war. Power struggle, where now both of you are getting back at each other, and it becomes this horrible, toxic cycle of revenge. Of it's all right, people don't forget. When you least expect it, I'm going to come back for you. They do that, you do that. It's a never-ending cycle of pain, of heartache, of revenge. This is insane, Scorpio. Because if it's that same person that's over here, they obviously still love you. You just have to be patient. And in the meantime, continue on your own growth. Continue on your own path to healing. So, let me pull a card for here. Hold on, did I have them? Let me pull a card here for the revenge Scorpios, the vengeful Scorpios that want to sting back. Well, that was the despair card, but let's see. You're having second thoughts about it, aren't you? You're going to have to go away or they will. If some of you are planning a move and you're like, but before I do, I need to burn their house down. I need to burn that bridge. But that's the number 10. That's the end of a cycle. That's the end of this drama, is what you're saying to yourself. You're going to light a match, burn that bridge, and then jump on that train and travel back to wherever it was that you came from. You want to put it all behind you. But I just want to remind you that 10 comes down to a 1, a solitary number, where that's all you'll have, where you have a beautiful outcome on this side over here. So staying in integrity, healing, building upon their highest self, manifesting what they want. And there it is, you get your lover back. You get the love of a lifetime, you get this perfect partner that's for you, whether it's that same person where you're able to work things out, move back into whatever energy it was that you two wanted to be in. Or you attract a brand new lover that gives you everything you could have imagined and then some. Because what you don't realize that when you are in this energy, you hold yourself back, you hurt yourself more, you continue in that cycle of karmic debt because you're not learning from it. You're just recycling the same karmic debt, the same traumatic experiences, the same karmic baggage. You never unpack it. And that's you traveling with the same bullshit karmic baggage that you can't seem to let go of. However, work on yourself, choose a new direction, work on yourself, stay in honor, highest integrity in your own strength. Keep working on yourself and whatever else you had wanted to manifest for yourself. And look at all this wonderful, beautiful goodness that comes to you, whether it's getting back together with this partner, or it's that a brand new partner comes in that brings about wish fulfillment, anything and everything you could have ever imagined, and then some. That is amazing, Scorpio. Unless you want to live in this type of energy, continuously, in that cycle of karmic debt, still trying to pay it off, never ending karmic debt. You're going to continue carrying it with you for the rest of your life and probably the next few lives until you learn from it. So I hope this has brought some sort of clarity to you so that you choose a new direction, so that you choose the best direction for you. Okay, Scorpio, let's move on to your love life reading. Straight up single Scorpios. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Singles, and then I will follow up with the couples. So, straight up single Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Straight up singles, wondering why they're still single. How can they stop being single? What is going on with my single Scorpio friends? August 2019, please clarify. Oh, Jesus. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now, some of you are still single because you haven't let go of the ex. You're still dependent on them financially, emotionally, physically, sexually, whatever it may be. Some of you aren't addicted or codependent on a partner for partnership or relationship means, rather than someone who can meet your needs. You know what I mean? Fill in the blank. And then there are those addictive behaviors that you may have. Not all of you, Scorpio, so don't get mad at me. Drinking, drugs, sex, gaming, gambling. Some of you are throwing yourself into work and that becomes your crutch. You run away from your issues, your problems. You run away from any sort of, you know, fulfilling relationship that might bring you happiness, that may, you know, need you to be more mindful or be more present with this partnership, because work is just work and you can handle it, and you can, you know, it becomes monotonous and you're just over it. You're just in this routine and you don't care, but you don't have to deal with it on an emotional level or with the type of responsibilities that relationships might have you pressed upon, right? So tell me about straight up singles, Scorpios with codependency issues. What is this codependency issue Scorpio singles are facing? Queen of Cups, whether that's you or someone else. The Justice card, the Lovers card. Wow. 3 majors, the Fool card. Tell me about this codependency. King of Cups, you have that. Wow, and the Empress card. Holy moly. Oh my God, Scorpio. So you're straight up single and you have no freaking reason to be straight up single other than your codependencies are your crutch. I'm going to call you out on it. That's the freaking truth right there. Ace of Swords. The truth. You can be victorious in everything once you admit the truth to yourself, once you know, finally allow yourself to see the clarity, to be victorious moving forward, however slow it might be. You know, I just want to remind you, Scorpio, every inch, every step, every foot, whatever it might be, every mile. Progress is progress, honey. If it's just a couple steps here and there, but you've made changes that are for your better, you know, for your highest good, be proud of yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Even if you don't have anybody there cheering you on, some of you, I feel like you're feeling alone. You're feeling like, I can do anything, I can go anywhere, and there's no one to catch me. And so you have a choice to act a fool or to do what's right. Find your own emotional balance, your own mental clarity. You know, it's about starting these new beginnings and how you're finally going to manifest your own happiness. However, you are the one holding yourself back, my friend. If you have someone, whether Queen of Cups and King of Cups, it's both Scorpio, male and female, or you're dealing with another water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or if you have that in your chart, you're double water, triple water, or more. There's an emotional codependency you may have on someone. Some of you have mommy issues. Some of you have daddy issues. Some of you have those types of friendships that have essentially been that type of codependency. They've replaced that same codependency you may have had with a parent or both parents. With the Lovers card here, I get the feeling that so many of you are finally seeing through your own bullshit, right? I mean, you already knew you had your own bullshit. You just didn't want to face it. You weren't ready for it. I don't know why. I just get the feeling that I've got some Scorpios here that just feel completely alone. And so therefore there is no one to enable them anymore. Maybe the friends you once had that entertained your breakdowns, your emotional, you know, your emotional breakdowns, your drinking, binge drinking, your addictive behaviors, you know, whatever it might be for you. Little by little, those friendships started falling through the wayside. And although you may have many friends, they don't put up with the same shit these other people did. And so now you're like, well, I've enabled myself to be held back by my own bullshit. I know, I fucking know. But I've had people on my side or as my friends or on my team who have allowed me to get away with it for so long. I don't know how to get out of it. So now what do? Now you got to put your big girl panties on, your big boy undies on, right? And you got to walk the walk. You've got to step out and be who you are meant to be. And if you lost a relationship here that you knew was the one for you, but they were not willing to put up with your codependent, behaviors, that's either a relationship you will be working towards, or that makes you realize I could have had that relationship and now I need to get my shit together. This is all too much. I feel that some of you feel like, okay, it's time for life to start treating me better, life to start treating me more fairly. It's only fair that I get my partner back, I get this relationship back. So what does Scorpio need to do to break through their codependency issues? Advice here, please. Wow, that's your card. The Death card. Scorpio, what do they need to do to break through these codependency issues? Start the fuck over. Let the bullshit die. Leave it in the past. Every day is a new day for you to rebuild yourself, for you to be better, for you to live in abundance, for you to just continue working on yourself. It's time for you to be your best you. Oh my God, I love it. If you do that, you get your 10 of Cups, your happily ever after. Some of you have probably jumped from relationship to relationship, that some of you had more than one relationship at one time. You were in this constant cycle of cheating, lying, manipulation, just to always have someone at your side, to not feel alone. And now you're rebuilding yourself all by yourself, and you realize I have to be alone to give myself the 10 of Cups, to be at my best me, because that's what's fair to myself, so that I can call in my divine partnership and start all over towards our happiness. But you gotta get out of your head completely. You don't have to rush into anything, Scorpio. It's okay. Baby steps are still steps forward. Just don't go backwards every time you fall on your ass, right? So you're at a crossroads. Just like the first part of the reading, right? You're at a crossroads. You go towards that path, towards your highest good, or you go towards your comfort zone, towards what you know isn't for your highest good. I love this deck. This is the power of surrender. What do Scorpio singles need to release? What do they need to release themselves from? What do they need to surrender? What do they need to let go of? Oracle message for Scorpio singles. What is for their highest good? Scorpio. Surrender stubbornness. If you're tensing or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. Which, I get that. You're listening to what I'm saying and you're like probably, jittery and tapping your feet and really nervous about what I'm saying. And you're like, no, I can't do that. But that's your own stubbornness. Surrender low self-esteem. You don't believe that you deserve better or that you can do better, but you can, Scorpio. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. Believe you can and you will. I think I need this one too. Surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. When you make a decision in anger, in frustration, in stress, in defensiveness, in whatever it might be, low vibing energies, you become impulsive, you make rash decisions. They're not for your highest good, and then you got to pick up the pieces, and then, you know, you're just continuously going through that cycle once again, and you don't want to do that because it's not for your highest good. And I don't know if you really want to stay in that mode. But I guess that's up to you. Let me see. This is the Power of Love deck. Let me have some love messages for Scorpio singles. Help them get out of this fuckery. It doesn't want to go. Past. Through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. It is about letting go of the past. Focus on the present, be present in the moment, be mindful, and move forward towards the future that you want to build for yourself. Virtue. You acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. Evolution. You realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. Yes, that is true. And peacefulness. You recognize that balance, kindness, and love brings calmness to your soul. So, my Scorpio single friends, that is your message for August 2019. Thank you guys so much. If you're not sticking around for the couples reading, I just want to thank you guys so much. I know that I haven't gotten around to the summer love reading, and when I do, I will link it up here at the top so that you can check that out. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support, everything, all your messages. I just appreciate you guys so much. You just have no idea. So I'm sending you guys lots of love. Have a wonderful month of August, and I will see you guys in your summer love energy reading, okay? Take care, Scorpio. Let's move on to the couples. Coupled up Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign for August 2019. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign, please, Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. Okay, what is that? Very soon. That wanted to pop out. Okay, so coupled up Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign, August 2019. What is the most important message for Scorpio couples in a relationship, partnership, and maybe some of you in-betweeners that have been going back and forth with a partner? The singles might apply to you as well. If you haven't checked it out, I recommend it. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So if you are in a partnership, perhaps you're not getting along at the moment. If you're an in-betweener, and you're probably definitely not getting along. Breaking up, making up, all that stuff. Talking to other people. You do them wrong, they do you wrong. You get a taste of your own medicine, whatever it might be. I mean, there's so many situations here. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. It's important for you to understand that if you harbor any ill will towards any problems, any situations, any karmic ties, negativity, relationships or situationships that didn't work out for your highest good, if you're bringing them from your past into a new relationship, well, obviously, you know, you may take it out on your new partner. It's this karmic lesson that you're learning. However, how many more partners do you have to hurt and lose before you learn from the lesson? Others of you, if you are going back and forth with a particular partner, There's some lessons here that you need to have before you're able to fix things between the two of you. There is a need for forgiving and learning what it was that got you to that point of things not working out, forgiving the situation, forgiving each other, understanding, and really working on the understanding part so that you can understand what it was that brought you to this point of in between, of going back and forth. I mean, this guy looks completely checked out, disconnected, and it looks like their partner is begging and pleading, like, please, I'm asking for you to listen to me. Why are you dismissing me? Why are you so checked out? What have I done? And for some of you, you're holding on to, you know, shit from your childhood, trauma, pain. Others of you, it's family issues that you're holding on to that are affecting your relationship. So let's see, forgiving and learning. Either you need to ask for forgiveness or someone needs to ask you for forgiveness or vice versa. But let's get to the bottom of this for Scorpio couples. Wow, so much pain, trauma, heartache. You may be in a partnership where you're hurting each other. King of Cups energy, that's you. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or another water sign. Wow. And there we go, more water. So many secrets within the partnership. Yeah. Three of Cups and Three of Swords. So cheating, lying, manipulation. Offering your cup of love to way too many people. Whether you or them, there you are again, the Tower. There is a need for healing. However, you cannot heal what you don't acknowledge. You can't fix what you don't acknowledge. And you can't start over again trying to rebuild. Look at all that beautiful blue. All that healing that needs to take place in order for you to move on to your next phase of your life. Or for the two of you to fix things between you to move on to the next phase of your life. There is so much love to be had here between two people. But you're both at odds. You're both distrusting of each other. I feel as though you can look each other in the eye and see how much you love each other. And how much you want this to work, but there's so much that you two are keeping from each other. It's an emotional tug of war here. And so you or them or both of you act out in this type of way, but you have wish fulfillment. You can make this work. Some of you may need help to be able to get past this, or your partner is going to need, you know, some sort of counseling or therapy. You guys are going to need to go through like couples counseling and things like that. To some of you need therapy, some of you, your partner needs therapy. There's a lot of pain, a lot of hidden agendas, hidden intentions, hidden pain. The pain comes out in an angry and reactive person. It comes out in wanting to be like this Tasmanian devil, this hurricane that just tears the whole household, the whole family, the whole situation apart. It can also be in terms of someone who can be violent, someone who can be, you know, an alcoholic, and they act out in this way. And then they're regretful and they're coming back very sheepishly like a child with their tail between their legs saying, I'm sorry for what I did. That was foolish of me. It won't happen again. I know I need help to fix this, but you've heard that or they've heard that one too many times. And then there's the discovery of cheating. Not for all of you, for some of you. So how can they get through this forgiving and learning part? And there you have a repeated card again, the Strength card. You need to be strong enough to work on this partnership, to bring back the union between the two of you, to bring back everything that needs to happen. If it means to take a break, you do have two fours here. If it means to take a break so that you can rebuild, so that you can really connect with each other, try not to be too impulsive about running away from each other, because some of you, I feel like you want to run away from the situation. You don't want to take accountability for your part in it, or vice versa. The other person doesn't. And so what happens after? What happens from here on out? And you have the Lovers. So this is someone that you're very close to, that you have this divine, you know, relationship that you feel so connected to. When I see the Lovers and the Two of Cups, I see soulmate, I see twin flames, I see a deep soul connection. I mean, you connect on so many levels, but I feel like you're both afraid to be vulnerable with each other, and so you act out. The arguments can be childish. You can't joke around because someone takes it seriously. It's like sarcasm doesn't exist, or like, I didn't mean it that way. But then, you know, sometimes you or they say something where the joking sounds insulting, and then you realize that wasn't a joke, that was an insult, and that was you trying to get away with that. You call them on their bullshit, they call you on your bullshit, and there you are again in this regretful heartache and depression that causes you to drink and cheat, even though that's bullshit. You know that, right? You can't blame that on someone else. That's your choice, your decision. You want to screw things up even more by drinking and going out and cheating? You're making a decision to do it if that is you. Don't take it personal if it's not you. And if I'm calling you out on it, yes, it's you. But don't be mad at me. That's what the cards are saying. So at some point, enough is enough. Something's got to give. And it's time for you to forgive each other. Whether or not you make things work between the two of you. Because until you learn from these mistakes, until you learn to forgive yourself, forgive the situation, forgive your poor behavior, their poor decision, whatever it was that brought you to this point with them. There is a need for forgiveness and learning so that it doesn't happen again in the next partnership or relationship. And I know some of you guys are like, honey, I cannot handle another partnership or relationship after the way this one went down. You will. Don't be so pessimistic. You will. Because when you are vibing at your highest energy, when you are vibing from your highest good, where you feel so good about yourself, you feel so optimistic and you love yourself, you're confident within yourself, like every day is a brand new day, you feel good about it, that perfect person is going to walk in when you least expect it, and then the two of you can be vibing high together. So don't be so pessimistic, Scorpio. What do you need to release yourself from? Power of Surrender cards. What do they need to release, surrender, let go of? How can we help Scorpio couples break free, break through? You see that, right? Surrender resentments. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. Part of the forgiving and learning, right? Don't be mad at me. Surrender your desire to control people, Scorpio. Being over-controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. And when you do that, your partner's going to be like, what? You're going to give me space to think about it? What? They might not believe it at first, but guess what? That shows growth. That shows love. That shows respect. And that shows them how serious you are about respecting them, their feelings, the situation, and growing from it and fixing things between the two of you. Surrender your ego. I think Taurus and Aquarius may have gotten it too, but I know Taurus did. I just did their reading a few days ago. Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. Surrender your ego. Surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Like I said earlier, some of you feel that maybe you're not deserving, you're not worthy of success. I just have to show you this because I never really look at the bottom of the deck. I know some readers do. But when something tells me look at the bottom of the deck, it's because it is an important message for someone. So surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and be surrounded by positive people. So that is important to some Scorpio couples out there. If you're afraid of forgiving and learning from this situation between you and your partner, or this particular partner that you have in mind, some of you may be thinking you're not deserving, you're not worthy of it. Maybe, living a happily ever after isn't meant for you because that's the story that you've created for yourself so that you can feel comfortable in your own ego as to what you do feel comfortable with. You've built up this story for yourself that shields you from, having to hurt or having to feel any hurt and pain. But by the looks of these cards, you're not doing a very good job. No offense, Scorpio. So that is your message for my Scorpio friends, Scorpio couples. Thank you guys so much. I absolutely love and appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful month of August. Remember that the sign with the most likes and the most views for this entire month will get, for the general readings, we'll get an extended love reading for the following month. So please be sure to hit the like button, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you for your summer love readings. Once I've completed it, I will link it here at the end. Have a wonderful month of August. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.